In an era where every game arrives under a tidal wave of trailers, leaks, and dev diaries, genuine surprise is almost extinct. Especially for us, those old warriors of the FPS genre who fought through every battlefield since the dawn of Quake and Counter-Strike. So when FragPunk first appeared on my radar, I'll admit, skepticism reigned. Another flashy, free-to-play shooter, another Valorant wannabe with a card gimmick. I braced myself for disappointment. But then, something strange happened. Round after round, match after match, a subtle thrill crept in. Unexpected, electric. This wasn't just another clone. This was chaos meticulously orchestrated. A shooter where tactics twist mid-match, where victory hangs on a shard of chance, and where your every move teeters between brilliance and absurdity. And yet, beneath that vibrant surface, a darker question lingers: is this innovation or just beautiful noise? Today, we dive deep into FragPunk, a game that might just redefine what an online shooter can feel like, or collapse under its own ambition. Gear up, this won't be what you expect. From the very first match, FragPunk makes one thing clear. This is a shooter that thrives on unpredictability. Forget the rigid lanes of Valorant or the slow tactical dance of Counter-Strike. Here, every round feels alive, volatile, like a fuse burning toward unknown chaos. Movement is light and snappy, almost Call of Duty-esque. Sprinting through neon-lit corridors, sliding into cover, leaping across vertical spaces, you feel fast, fluid, dangerous. Guns snap and crack with satisfying feedback. Time to kill is blisteringly short, forcing you to value positioning and map knowledge as much as raw aim. But where FragPunk truly flips the table is with its abilities. These aren't passive little side tricks. They're fight-defining tools. When Axon shreds enemies with lightning from his guitar or Broker's rocket launcher vaporizes a squad, in one shot you realize this is a game where power is meant to be felt. And the result? Matches that rarely play the same twice. You'll win a clean gunfight, only to be ambushed by a Lancer dropping an egg for mid-fight healing. You'll outposition an enemy sniper, then scramble as the map shifts under the influence of a shard card. In FragPunk, mastery isn't just about shooting straight. It's about reading the battlefield and the bizarre possibilities lurking beneath it. Every great hero shooter lives or dies by its roster, and in FragPunk, the Lancers are the chaotic heart of the experience. At first glance, they may seem like familiar archetypes. You've got Hollow Point, the classic sniper with recon. Abilities: efficient, deadly, comfortable, but push deeper into the lineup and things start to get weird, gloriously weird. Meet Axon, a punk rocker armed with an electrified guitar that shoots arcs of lightning across the map. Or Broker, a heavy hitter whose rocket launcher can turn tight corners into death traps. These aren't flavor abilities. They can define the tempo of a match. That's where FragPunk pulls away from games like Valorant. Here, abilities aren't just utility, they're weapons in their own right. They force constant adaptation. Do you burn your ultimate early for map? Control? Do you counter a rush with an unexpected egg heal drop from the bizarre Egg King card? Every choice has weight, yet this system also rewards creativity. The best Lancer players don't just spam abilities, they weave them into gunplay, baiting enemies into traps or turning apparent losses into jaw-dropping reversals. It's this constant dance between raw shooting skill and the outlandish power of your Lancer that gives FragPunk its electric, unpredictable edge. You're not just playing a shooter, you're playing a game of possibilities. But if there's one mechanic that truly sets FragPunk apart, it's the shard card system. On paper, it sounds simple. Before each round, 3 random cards are drawn for your team. You vote, using shard points, on which card will define the next round. In practice, it's a delightful cocktail of strategy and sheer madness. One match, a card might boost your team's movement speed, turning every push into a lightning-fast assault. The next, you could be forced into a full melee round, knives out, bullets forbidden. And then, there's Big Heads. You haven't truly played FragPunk until you've stared down an enemy Lancer with a comically oversized noggin wobbling toward you in a tense 1v1. And then there's Egg King. Yes, you can crouch and literally lay healing eggs mid-fight. Absurd? Absolutely. But it works. The beauty of the system is in how it constantly rewrites the flow of each match. No two rounds feel the same. You're never fully comfortable, always forced to adapt, improvise, and sometimes laugh out loud at the sheer absurdity unfolding on screen. But here's the kicker. It's not just chaos for chaos's sake. The best players learn to leverage cards strategically, turning randomness into opportunity. And that's where FragPunk's deeper mastery begins to emerge. On the surface, FragPunk's core mode, Shard Clash, looks like familiar territory. Two teams of 5 battling to plant or defuse a converter. Classic objective-based FPS stuff. But the pacing? That's where things get wild. Rounds often unfold with brutal speed. Forget slow tactical setups. Most matches see one team wiped out before the converter even comes into play. A single misstep, a misjudged shard card, and suddenly your squad is down. The round lost in under 2 minutes. It's exhilarating, but sometimes frustrating. Those hoping for the layered cat-and-mouse strategy of Valorant may find FragPunk leans too far into pure chaos. The game rewards bold plays and mechanical skill, not drawn-out tactical mind games. Yet when the pacing clicks, it's magic, especially in Shard Clash's tiebreaker rounds, the duel mode. Here, everything slows to an almost cinematic crawl, 1v1 fights where each player must survive to face the next challenger. You feel the tension rise with each victory, or the crushing weight of a single misstep. Outside of Shard Clash, modes like Outbreak offer quirky fun. Think Halo's Infection mode. But pacing issues remain. Zombies feel too tanky, matches drag, and the chaos lacks the refined tension of duel mode. Still, in its best moments, FragPunk delivers pulse-pounding, round-by-round thrills. A shooter where momentum is everything, and one card or one clutch play can turn the tide in an instant. And here's where the shine starts to fade. Because for all its on-field thrills, FragPunk stumbles hard where it matters most for longevity: the economy and rewards. Like many free-to-play shooters, FragPunk is built to tempt your wallet. Fair enough, that's the model. But the execution here? It's a convoluted mess. First, the currencies: gold, glue knight, FragPunk coins, ranking coins, membership picks, club supplies, each with its own restrictions, its own shop, its own confusing progression path. It's as if the system was designed to overwhelm rather than entice. And then there's the grind. Want to unlock a new Lancer? Be prepared to sink hours or pay. In my experience, it took nearly 10 hours to unlock just one new character. At that point, the $10 price tag starts to feel less like a fun option and more like a quiet demand. The Battle Pass? Similarly disappointing. The free tier offers little of value: stickers, icons, pop cans. The Premium Pass adds a few bland skins, while the Ultimate tier offers marginal upgrades at double the price. Hardly a compelling reason to keep grinding. And that's the tragedy. When the matches end and the adrenaline fades, you're left with a system that discourages investment, not fuels it. In a game this vibrant and chaotic, the meta structure should inspire players to come back again and again. Sadly, right now, it does the opposite. In the heat of battle, FragPunk delivers something rare, a shooter that feels alive, chaotic, and refreshingly unpredictable. The shard cards inject a wild, almost party game spirit into every match, while the Lancers offer just enough personality and power to keep you experimenting. But outside those thrilling moments, the cracks show. A bloated, confusing economy, underwhelming cosmetic rewards, and a grind that feels more exhausting than exciting. It's a shame, because the core gameplay deserves a better framework to support it. Still, FragPunk is young. With the right tweaks, especially to its progression and ranked systems, It could evolve into a true standout in the free-to-play FPS space. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think of card-based chaos in a shooter? Have you tried FragPunk? Or would you, after seeing this? And if you have played, what was your wildest shard card moment so far? Drop your thoughts below. I'll be reading everyone, and hey, maybe we'll even squad up in a match sometime. Until next time, keep fragging and keep it weird.